Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to SuperGIS webinar, Driving Our World with SuperGIS Desktop 10. This webinar will take around 15 minutes and with 10 minutes QA time in the end. And as usual, our support team and the speaker are pleased to answer your questions in the QA time. My name is Eugene, the marketing specialist of SuperGIS Technologies. And I will be the host today. And here, sitting next to me, is my colleague and the speaker of today, Cindy. Hi, Cindy.
Hello, everyone. It's nice to meet you today.
Okay, Cindy is the product manager of SuperGIS. She is also the designer of SuperGIS Desktop 10, the brand new desktop GIS software. So she knows well about this product. And also, she holds a master's degree in GIS and has rich experiences of applying GIS to various fields. So basically, she can answer all your questions you have asked in the QA time. And before we start, let's warm up with a 1-minute quick poll. And the first question of today is, are you familiar with SuperGIS software and apps? Please let us know. Here I would like to share the poll result with you. It seems like there are still 50% of our audience today are not so familiar with SuperGIS and SuperGIS products. But that's okay because we will give you a short overview of our products, and then you can visit our official website anytime and get free trials after the webinar. And at the very first, I would like to show you the product roadmap of SuperGIS. SuperGIS is a global GIS software provider and has dedicated to developing complete GIS solutions for over a decade. So users can conduct their GIS project easily with SuperGIS products. For example, users can collect spatial data in field by using SuperGIS mobile series and then edit and analyze this data in the office with desktop GIS. Finally, publish and share results with others by using SuperGIS server. And moreover, we also have a developer GIS that can help programmers to develop customized platforms with ease. Today, our focus will be SuperGIS Desktop, of course, and which is highlighted with a red window here. Okay, so which is a standalone GIS platform that operates on a personal computer. If you are interested in our other solutions and products, you can find our previous webinar recordings on the YouTube channel, SuperGIS TV, or simply visit our official website to learn more. So here I would like to share is more about information about SuperGIS Desktop. It's a powerful GIS software that help you to display, create, edit, and analyze spatial data. Therefore, it empowers people to discover unrevealed patterns and make decisions with geographic insights. SuperGIS Desktop supports all commonly used GIS formats like shapefile, KNL, DXF, and so on. Users of SuperGIS Desktop can also read and write data in geodatabases like Microsoft SQL, Oracle Spatial, and PostgreSQL. In addition, SuperGIS Desktop has 6 extensions that can extend its analyzing capability. With these extensions, users can do many advanced analysis with spatial data like network analysis, hydrology analysis, surface analysis, and so on. Okay, during this webinar, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to share it with us. Just simply send messages to us with GoToWebinar comment box, or send us an email to staff@supergeotech.com. Also, you can tag us or send us message by our Twitter account. We will reply you as soon as we can. Okay, here's the agenda of today's webinar. And Cindy, would you like to tell us how do you arrange today's webinar?
Okay, at first, I and Eugene will highlight some new features in SuperGIS Desktop 10. And then I will do for demonstration. In the first demonstration, I will show you how to use Temporal slider to visualize Spacetime data. And in the second demonstration, I will share with you some improvement of map design tool in SuperGIS Desktop 10. And third, I will discuss the improvement of our SuperGIS toolkit and batch processing. Finally, I will talk about the LiDAR in SuperGIS Data 10.
Okay, very good. I think the feature you are going to bring us today must be very great. I can't wait for them. So for this slide, with so many numbers here, we could know that there will be three different editions for SuperGIS Data 10, Standard, Professional, and Advanced. And there will be also 6 new add-ons, LiDAR tool, Map Node tool, and the Dimension tool, Temporal slider, and Cache generator. And over 20 new tools in SuperGIS Desktop's toolkit. Wow, I think it's really we really have a huge leap in SuperGIS Data 10, right?
Yeah, when you use SuperGIS Data 10, you will have a brand new feeling. The interface is totally different, and there are many add-on and toolkit functions for user to use and can fill different GIS demands.
Okay, since there are so many new functions in SuperGIS Data 10, I guess there must be some trade-offs. In order to bring us the most practical and helpful GIS tool into this webinar, Sydney, what will be the most important features you are bringing to us?
Okay, I will focus on the 6 new add-ons today. From Image Analyzer to Temporal Slider are new add-ons in SuperGIS Toolkit. And for Cache Generator, well, the old version of SuperGIS Desktop support Cache Generator, but we support the vector tile in SuperGIS Desktop 10. And the vector tile definitely made a great difference from the old version.
Okay, so the first one is Image Analyzer. That's pretty great. While using GIS software, we often use satellite or aerial imagery to digitize data or provide background information. What kind of image analysis can we do with this latest new add-on? And can we do NDVI like?
Yes, of course. Actually, Image Analyzer is designed for image processing, and it integrates all commonly raster functions such as clip, masking, filtering, pan shifting, and different calculating, and so on. Also, with Image Analyzer, it is possible to select multiple images and adjust how they display or how they resemble at one time. It will assist users to process raster data with few operations, and also they can save their time. And here is a map node tool. SuperGIS team changed the map design a lot. In the past, we can use label to map your map reader to know the name of each feature, but you can adjust the position or the angle about the labels. But with Map Node tool, you can convert label to map node layer and then adjust the position or angle of each notation. In that way, you can convey information more clearly. And for the large-scale maps, user can display detailed information of a particular region with Dimension tool. User can add descent information between different landscape or the side length of landscape to the map. It will surely help map reader to understand the real size of landscape.
Okay, and so for this new tool, I think it is one of many people are expecting for. It is definitely one of the hottest topic in the geospatial industry these days. It's the LiDAR tool, and please tell us how LiDAR tech is integrated in SuperGIS Data 10.
Okay, SuperGIS team integrates some common function for LiDAR processing, visualizing, and converting into LiDAR tool. And this add-on will help users to view LiDAR in different ways, including the profile view. Also, LiDAR tool supports users to do data processing and converting.
Okay, now it is the Spacetime Data visualization. I think this is also a very popular topic recently. by incorporating the time attributes to spatial data, I think we can explore the data in details and find out more unrevealed patterns, especially the dynamic patterns. Is that right, Sydney?
Yeah, in SuperGIS Data 3.3, we provide users many visualization ways, but all visualization methods are static and cannot show dynamic changes. In the SuperGIS Data 10, SuperGIS team decided to develop temporal slider for space-time visualization. With this tool, users can compare the spatial distribution in a specific time and explore more detail about a phenomenon.
Okay. The last but not least, the vector tile is also now supported in SuperGIS Data 10. We know that the most WebGIS services are still using traditional map tiles today, which are in raster formats. Can you tell us why should we use vector tiles and what are the advantages of using vector tiles?
Okay, vector tile is a compressed tile format, and it can display like the vector data. Therefore, there is no need to convert map tile in certain scales. So it can accelerate the efficiency of WebGIS services. In addition, you can change the render after you create a tile and apply vector tile into spatial analysis. If you want me to use one sentence to describe the difference between vector tile and traditional tile, I would say that it's like the difference between vector images and raster images.
Okay, thanks for Sydney's clear explanation. And after the short introduction to the new tools, I believe it's a good time to take a short break and make a poll and receive your feedback. The second question of today is, what will be the most practical new feature for you? Please let us know and we will be back in 2 minutes. Okay, here I would like to share the poll result with you. It seems like many people want to know about the map node tool and the dimension tool and also the LiDAR tool, which are very great. We will show, Sydney will later show a demonstration about these features. And let's begin the second section. Okay, so what will be the first?
Okay, in the first demonstration, I will show you how to use temporal slider to visualize space-time data. Okay, as I mentioned before, in the SuperGIS Data 3.3, users can only display data in a static way. Many dynamic changes, such as the process of disaster distribution or the moving path of typhoon, are hard to observe. Therefore, I think it is very important to add timer function to display data in a dynamic way. Also, I think it would be great if users can share the visualization result as a sequential images or a video. And that is how temporal slider born in SuperGIS Data 10. Okay, and here is the scenario, the bird migration. Bird migration is a regular seasonal movement, and different species of bird will fly away between north and south. If we want to know about the environmental impact of the migration birds, it is better to learn their behavior in a dynamic way. And later, I will use temporal slider to demonstrate the migration process of swan-song hawk. And you can see the picture about the swan-song hawk. Their breeding habitat is dry grassland in western North America. And this species is a long-term distant migrant and wintering in Argentina. Okay, and now let's move on to the
demonstration.
Yes. Okay, you can see this is the SuperGIS Data 10, and this data records the information about the swan-song hawk. When I open the attribute table, you can see the ID of each swan-song hawk and also the appear time and appear location about their migration. And to visualize this space-time data, you have to open the property layer and set up the time information in time tab. Okay, and you have to select the time information field. This field should record the time information, and then set up the time field format, and click OK. And then decide how would you like to display your space-time data. And you can decide the display interval. And there are many time you need for user to select.
Yes,
yeah.
to choose, yes.
And if you choose week at your time unit, your data will be displayed week by week. And if you choose month as your time interval, your data will be displayed month by month. And of course, you can display your data in an irregular way. Just click the Customize button, and then add the different timestamp. Then you can display your data in an with irregular interval.
Okay.
Okay. And then you can decide the play speed. Okay. And after configuring all settings, click OK. And then play the use temporal slider to play the space-time changes. Okay, now you can see the migration process about the swan song hawk.
Okay.
And then if you want to share these results with your friend or your colleague, you can use export function and turn this result as a video or sequential images.
Okay, thanks for your demonstration, Sydney. I think the result of temporal slider brings is really great and informative. The birds really like they're flying on the screen. But besides bird migration and the tracks of typhoon, what else scenarios can we apply this tool?
Okay, I think maybe infectious disease or climate changes, transportation change, and you can also display some historical data.
Okay, thank you. And for the second demo is advanced map design. And which tools are you going to use, and what effect will be achieved?
Okay, in this part, I will use map node tool and dimension tool as first, and then I will show you how to use scale-based render. It's a new render setting, and our new legend setting. Okay, the map node tool is designed for users who need to adjust annotation in maps. It can help users to edit and place annotation in a better position. In that way, the annotation can be displayed in a more intuitive way. The dimension tool can help users to add distant information in maps and make their map reader get the real sight about the landscape. And here is the scenario. The scenario is about the dam parcel editing. Usually, after finishing dam parcel map, surveyor will turn parcel map into paper map, and then bring paper map to the field so they can check the status about a certain parcel. Therefore, I would suggest the user to use map node tool to edit the annotation for greater legibility. The surveyor can know the name about each parcel, and also they can add the distant information for a certain parcel with dimension tool. And okay, now let's move on to the SuperGIS data again. Wait a moment. Okay, I just add the map node layer and the dimension layer in SuperGIS desktop. And if you want to create your own dimension layer or map node layer, you have to create a geodatabase as first, and then set your map node layer or dimension layer in the geodatabase. Okay. And since we have the map node layer and dimension layer, I will show you how to use map node tool to add this annotation in this map window. Okay, with map node tool, you can select the annotation, and then use your mouse, drag them in a better position.
Okay.
Or you can rotate them by your mouse. And there are also some rotation function on the toolbar for user to change the angle slightly.
Okay.
Okay, and if you want to change the text content, you can double click the annotation, and then you can change the text content. Also, you can change the style of the certain annotation. Yes, and for some small feature like this one, okay, you can add the LiDAR line to map your annotation apply to the certain feature, and map your map reader know the information about this feature. Okay. Okay. And after after finishing editing the map node, you can change how it displays in the symbology tab, or you can change the visible scale or transparency in the property layers. Okay, now it's time to edit the dimension layer. Okay, dimension tool supports user to add different dimension, and if you want your dimension snap to a certain feature, you have to set up the snap settings at first. In the edit tool, you can set up the snap setting, also the snap tolerance. Okay, and then when you add the dimension, you will see a small yellow circle, and it means your dimension have snapped it to the certain feature. Okay. And the distant information of this dimension will be more accurate if you use a snap setting. So you can make sure it's pointed at the certain feature. Yeah, yes. And after you add the dimension, you can change how it displays in the symbology layer. You can change the precision, and also you can add the prefix in front of your notation, or add the suffix in the end of the notation. Okay. Okay. And okay, and I just changed the setting, and you can see the precision and prefix and suffix is totally different. Okay. Okay. Okay, and after finishing your map node and dimension, you can turn it as a paper map and bring it to the field survey. Okay, thank you for showing us the map node and dimension tool. And I am curious about the scale-based renderer you have mentioned previously. Oh yes, in the past we used to give the symbol for a visual layer. However, in the map design, different scales usually require different symbols. Therefore, in SuperGIS Data 10, we support a new render setting, and it's called scale-based renderer. You can give the rule to map your map how to display in a certain scale. For example, when you jump to the 114,000, your map will be rendered like this. And when you jump to another scale, your map will render with another symbol. Okay, and let me show you how to set up the scale-based render. And here is a sample. To set up the scale-based render, you have to add a feature layer, of course, and then go to the property layer and select the scale-based render from this drop-down menu. And then you can add the rule to decide how would you like to display in certain scale, and you can choose the render. There are many render selection. For example, you can choose single symbol, or you can choose unique value. And I just set up some rules. So when I in the small scale, the render will be like this. And when I zoom to another scale, you can see the render will be
So
another
the color
one.
is changed. Yes.
Yes. And then keep zooming. Okay. When I zoom to a large scale, you can see the render be changed to the unique value, and this kind of symbol can show more details about the features.
Okay, the effects of scale-based renderer looks pretty great, and you also talk about the flexible legend setting.
Oh yes, okay. Wait a moment. Okay, in the SuperGIS Data 10, SuperGIS team also made some improvement in the legend setting. Now when you open the legend setting, you can change the order of legend item, and also you can add the legend item or remove the legend item. And if you want to adjust the spacing between the legend item, or you want to change the spacing between the different columns, you can use this intuitive setting to help you. And also for the legend background, you can change the corner and add some gentle curve to make it look more lively. Also, wait a moment, you can see the gentle curve. Okay. Also, you can add shadow to the bottom of background.
Shadows, yes.
Yeah, and you can see the shadow is behind the legend background. And with this adjustment in legend setting, I believe user can make a perfect map more easily than before.
Okay, good. The tools you used really makes the maps more easy to read and also more informative. Really impressive, especially the scale-based render. It will save, I believe, it will save much time when we need to switch map scales frequently. Okay, what will be the next demo?
Okay, the next demo I will discuss the improvement in SuperGIS toolkit and batch processing. In the SuperGIS Data 10, SuperGIS team increased more than 20 functions for users to process their attribute data. Also, some analyst function and data creation function to process their spatial data. And in the batch processing, we also made some improvements. And I think it is better to learn this improvement from demonstration. So here we go. Okay. Okay, now when you open the batch processing window, you can add data by drag them.
Oh.
Yes, you can use your mouse to drag the data into the batch processing window.
Okay.
And also, we know many users would like to process their parameter in the Notepad or Excel before they're using batch processing.
Yes.
So now it is possible to copy the parameter from Notepad or Excel, and then pass them into the batch processing window.
Okay.
And if you want to reuse your parameter again and again, now you can set your parameter as a text file. And then if you want to reuse this parameter in a new project, you just open them and then load your parameter files. Okay, now you can reuse your parameter again and again.
Okay, thank you, Sydney. I think comparing to the old version of SuperGIS Data, I believe the new batch tool will help users to process massive or complex GIS data more easily.
Yeah, and that is why you should use SuperGIS Data 10.
Okay. Okay, for the last demo, it's about the LiDAR tool. And as what you have just said, the new LiDAR tool can help us to process and display LiDAR data. So please show us how it works. I want to watch this demo very much.
Okay, of course. The functions in LiDAR tool can be separated into 3 parts. It provides user to use different ways to view LiDAR data. Also, user can use some data process functions, such as users can extract the data they want. For example, they can extract the vegetation data to do vegetation research, or they can extract the ground data and convert it into the terrain data. And well, if users want to convert the LiDAR data in different formats, there are some converting functions to help them. And let's move on to the SuperGIS data again. Okay, here you can see I just add the LiDAR data into the SuperGIS data. And if you want to view LiDAR in different way, you can use LiDAR tool and choose how would you like to display. For example, you can display the classification about your LiDAR data, or you can display the elevation of your LiDAR data.
Okay.
Yes. And if you want to, it also supports user to filter out some certain values. For example, you can filter out the ground value, and of course you can display all values.
Okay, so this is all value.
Yeah, this is all value. And you can also use the profile view to watch the altitude change along a particular path. Okay. And also, if you want to process your LiDAR data, you can use extract LiDAR data, extract function, and you can extract the LiDAR data within a certain spatial extent, or you can extract LiDAR data with some with certain classification.
Okay.
And also, you can split your LiDAR data into different pieces. The split function supports users to split their LiDAR data in different directions, such as they can split their LiDAR data in X direction, or even they can split their LiDAR data with GPS time.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then they can use a converting function to convert their LiDAR data into different formats. For example, they can convert their LiDAR data to the vector data, or convert their LiDAR data to the raster data.
Okay.
And if you want to share your LiDAR data with your colleague, I especially recommend you to convert your LiDAR data into LLE format. It will greatly reduce the size of data.
Okay, it seems like the new LiDAR tool can really help us to process and display LiDAR data in a multiple way. We are looking forward to having more LiDAR capabilities in the future version of SuperGIS Desktop. And now we are going to have our last poll of today. And after that, we will have a 10 minutes Q&A time. So during this poll, please leave your questions and comments in the question box of GoToWebinar's control panel. And our last question of today is, which is the key factor for you to choose GIS software? Please let us know. So here I would like to share the poll result with you. It seems like most of our audience today chooses the first option, which is the intuitive and easy to use user interface. That's pretty good, because in SuperGIS Desktop 10, our product team largely redesigned the user interface, so you can definitely find it is more convenient to operate now. And finally, I would like to share this information with you again. SuperGIS provides a 30 days free trial for SuperGIS Desktop 10. So just sign up a SuperGIS account in 2 minutes, and you will be able to try all the great features we mentioned in the webinar. Okay, so let's move on to the final part of today's webinar, the QA time. And we already have several questions asked by the attendees here. So the first question of today is, when will the extensions of SuperGIS Desktop available, and what will be the new functions? Could you answer that question, Cindy?
Okay, SuperGIS Desktop 10 will release the next update in November, and the next update will launch the Network Analyst 10 and Special Analyst 10. And for more details, please follow the SuperGIS fan page. We will show you more function on our fan pages.
Okay, thank you. And thanks. Now we are going to have another question here. An audience wants to know if the temporal slider can display raster data in different times as well, especially you just use the vector data.
Oh, okay. Actually, in this stage, SuperGIS Data only supports user to use vector layer to show space-time change. Thus, the next version of temporal slider will allow user to use raster layer to show space-time changes.
So the next version will allow users to use raster data. That's very great. And next question, an audience wants to know if he or she, sorry, I don't know your gender, and he or she could use dimension and map node files can be saved separately and used in another project.
Okay, I think he wants to know the map node layer or dimension layer are independent file, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's what he means. Yes.
Okay, map node layer and dimension layer are independent files, so you can use them in different projects.
Okay, also there's another question coming in, and this audience wants to know how to operate the image analyzer because you don't because Cindy, you don't demonstrate the image analyzer previously.
Oh, okay, wait a moment. Let me find the files. Okay, in this demo, I use many raster layers, so I think it's very suitable to show the image analyzer.
Okay.
To use image analyzer, you can open it from this drop-down menu. And the image analyzer supports user to do some raster operation with few clicks. For example, you can select multiple raster and then adjust how it displays. For example, I just change the contrast of each raster layer. And also you can change the brightness of all raster layers. Okay, and there are also some filtering functions for user to use, and some functions such as a clip, a mask, some common raster function for users.
Okay, thanks for your demonstration. And I think it's almost 15 minutes. Okay, because the time limit, I'm sorry that we have to say goodbye to you now. And all your questions have asked will be replied by our staff shortly. And please feel free to share any comments or question to our mailbox. It's staff@supergeotech.com. Okay, the next one, yes. Okay. The webinar recording and the presentation files will be uploaded to our official website in 2 to 3 days, so you can watch the webinar again and share it to your partners and colleagues. The next SuperGIS webinar is scheduled in mid-November, and the topic will be closely related to SuperGIS server and its application. Lastly, please don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, or subscribe the newsletter to get the latest information of SuperGIS. And we are looking forward to hearing you in the next SuperGIS webinar. Bye.
Bye-bye. Please get the trial from the SuperGIS website. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.